'Cause I'm not here for your entertainment. You don't really want to mess with me tonight. Just stop and take a second. I was fine before you walked into my life. 'Cause you know it's over. All right, how's it going, guys? How
Is
y'all
that
doing?
the 3 pages?
Yeah, I got a few people. So, how are y'all?
I'm
I'm
awesome.
fantastic.
I'm trying to. Is this how it looks? Am I pointing at Arya now?
Yeah, you're pointing at Arya,
Yeah.
and I am. Yeah, there we go. So this has been a crazy couple of days. This has been a large. I'm going to say, I had the worst luck like 2 days ago, yesterday, where I had people messaging me, I had people on the stream because I was streaming. I was like, God, Earth 2, because it was closed down for what is this? Like a day and a half or something like that.
Right.
And what I did was I tried going on, but it wouldn't. I guess it opened for some people, not for others. And I wasn't able to go on. I wasn't able to log on. So I was like, all right, I got to go to the girlfriends. Let me drive to the girlfriends and then see what's going down.
Yeah, it was kind of intermittent. Like if you had a bunch of tabs open and you could navigate through the site, but if you were trying to get to the site, like it was just giving you the maintenance screen. So you had to get lucky and you had to have been prepared in order to get any stuff on that first day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was crazy.
So that was yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, right? It was yesterday morning.
Man, it's such a no, because the day before that was when they had kind of opened it up, and then there was all kinds of problems, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The huge boom was like yesterday.
Yeah, but I got 3 flexes on that first day before it all got shut down.
What were the flexes? What'd you get?
I got 2 in Nicaragua by the Eye of Ra, and then I got 1 750 in the U.S. over in Arizona here. Just something dumb.
Yeah. I was able to get one thing in Chavez Topia, another 749. So what I didn't picture doing was like I guess at some point there was somebody that just bought one tile in the middle of nowhere, and I went and I guess clicked over it. So I had this nice perfect square, but it was only 749 tiles. And I didn't want, my OCD didn't let me want to put another tile on there.
I hate to have that in one square in like the corner.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I made the biggest mistake not too long ago. I was making this huge heat map tile art in Nicaragua, and for my main account, I had set it to anonymous because I didn't want people, picking up that I was doing something there. But the captchas got to me. Oh my God, it was taking like 5 minutes to get through one captcha. So I switched to an alt account, and I'm like, I'll just use this one, to finish it off. And of course, guess what that one's named? King Tech Ops. So Gen Chat, somebody's like, hey, what are you building in Nicaragua? And I was like, oh no. And then they started buying in there. I was like, oh, they didn't mess anything up, but I was worried. I'm still not done.
Arya, what did you get in what did you wind up getting yesterday?
It's actually funny. I didn't really get much yesterday because I wasn't home. So this huge boom was happening. I'm not even home. So like I made a video in my car trying to get
I saw that.
my subscribers to like go get some time. You make some money. I can't because I'm not home.
Yeah. By the time I had a stream like early this morning for like 11:30, like 2:30 in the morning, where it was the after effects of just me on Lucy. I dropped some Lucy in the sky with diamonds. So yeah. And
nice.
so I was with the girlfriend. Yeah, so I was with the girlfriend and I was like, all right, let's do whatever, then get on Earth 2. And I think that everything, because like Antarctica is 11 cents. So I'm thinking that, okay, not many people know about it then. So I guess everything's 11 cents. So I go and buy tiles in South Korea, and then I don't really look at anything. I purchase it, and the tiles in South Korea are like 60 something cents. And I was like, come on.
So there goes your whole white balance right there. Yeah. All your money's gone.
So the essence that, are we able to, did you guys claim that essence that we were airdropped?
Okay, so here's the thing: is it's not all claimable. They gave you 20% of it right away. Now, here's my theory on this, okay? Because the rest of it is just sitting in your properties, each property individually, and that's why Shane said take everything off the market. So each property has that essence sitting there, and it just claims a little bit of it each day and gives it to you.
Okay.
However, because it's there, because it's tier 1, that should make that property more valuable as soon as they get the crypto out. If somebody can say, okay, well, this property costs $20,000, yet there's 20,000 essence sitting there waiting to be collected.
Yeah.
Maybe the value is worth it, especially if we get essence to run up to $1, $2, $5, $10.
Dude, I would be so curious to see what do you think, like a penny that it starts out as?
I was thinking like 2 cents, but I have no idea what they're going to start at.
Because it seems like they renew. Like it's not something that's a finite thing. Like there's only 20 billion of them. Like it's stuff that you get all the time on your properties, but it's also something that people spend, and as it's spent, it's probably being burnt. So there's probably going to be this level of
deflationary would be nuts. So I don't know.
But I think we get new things every day, and we could actually increase how much we get by putting the +2 ether or essence joules detection on it. So
I kind of want to pull a Randy and an Omi, on when essence drops. If it's at 0.0001 or whatnot, I'm just buying so much of it. It's going to be unbelievable.
I'm hoping that they don't actually drop it. It's not publicly tradable until Omi is like 5 cents, because I'll put in I'll put in 100,000.
Yeah,
like I'll just go in and because I mean at that time it's I'll put in a lot of money to it, because I only have you guys have a lot more than I do. I only have I think the pump got me to 30,000 essence.
Okay.
What you guys have hundreds of thousands, right?
Yeah.
What do you got, Arya? What do you got between what's coming and what you have in your account right now?
Including the tier 1 thing that's gonna eventually come. It's like 900,000 right now.
Oh, nice. I'm at like 700,000. So.
Oh my God! How are you guys have that much? I mean, I understand it, I get it, but Jesus.
So I don't know if you guys heard my theory the other day. I think it was a 1-to-1. Like for every dollar of net worth you had, you got 1 essence. You get the 20% right away, and then the other 80% is left waiting. And it kind of works out that way per property. The amount of essence that's sitting there waiting to be claimed is very close to the value of the property minus 20%. So,
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a really good. Oh, no wonder you guys got so much, because you guys have so many properties. Did you guys delist anything off the market? When they said hey, just in case, I don't want people to buy this stuff.
What was the question?
Did you delist anything?
Oh yeah, I had maybe 70% of my stuff on for sale. Not it was for a decent amount, nothing lowball or anything. And then once that came, I took everything off, so there's nothing for sale on my account.
Okay, so I've only ever had about 1,000 tiles, which is 7 properties, and they're the big expensive properties that I just don't really have any plans for. So I left those up, and I've always had them really close to market value. So if the 2-week freeze is over and people decide that they're going to give me 54,000 for those 1,000 tiles, I'll take it. I don't care if they sell it for 10 times that amount 2 months later. I'll go ahead and take it, because I got some bills.
Yeah, I don't know if people know who is. I didn't really talk about this much on my channel, but I sold a South Korea property right before this whole entire thing.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, $15,000. I bought it for $93.
Oh,
and I sold it for 15 grand. That's
wait. What was the market value of it though?
See, and that's still a steal for that person, because it was worth 28,000, 30,000 or something.
That's still
so they got 50% off. Yeah. Where was it? What in South Korea? Was it Osan Air Base and some high military ranking generals?
It was a part of a park. It wasn't anything nuts. It wasn't even the whole park. It was part of a park.
Yeah, your sale had prompted me to take. I have an amusement park in South Korea that Yeah, I'm like, Arya got 15,000 for some South Korea property. So I loaded up my C1 amusement park in South Korea for 20,000, and yeah, it didn't sell, but I'm hoping it will as soon as the freeze is over.
So yeah, it shows just the potential of this platform, and it's still incredibly new.
Yeah. Part of what I did get in South Korea was Osan Air Base. It was like the flight line. Like every base I try to go to, I try to get part of the flight line. Whether it's like Ali Al Salam or McGuire Air Force Base, just because.
Yeah.
Redo the Silver Bullet.
I think I own Ali Al Salam too. So.
Oh, nice, buddies. Yeah. So in the event, like obviously we're very excited to see where Earth 2 goes and how much we're going for this. Have you guys delved into any other metaverses? Like, have you looked at like Alluvium, or I know Arya Realty did a video on Ecomi, or like Upland, My Neighbor Alice, that type of thing?
I haven't gotten into any. I've researched some, key points that should help, figure out the tokenomics and maybe where Earth 2 is heading to. Like, yeah. Was it Decentraland that said that they only have like 1,800 active gamers a day, or active users a day?
Yeah, somebody made a meme of that where it's like everyone's like buying Decentraland, and like their whole audience is like it's like a kindergarten class. And it's like everyone in Earth 2 that everyone's like crapping on, and it's just like an entire the entire town, entire city. So
I just kind of think, if Mana is going for, I think it's probably down to like $4 at this point, maybe, I don't know. But if we've got so many more active daily players, as soon as people start getting a hold of Essence, on a tradable market.
Yeah. Do we know? Do we know how many active daily players we have?
I don't think Shane announced that, but
gotcha.
The Discord chat is always crazy active. So
it's always nuts over there. I can't I can't even go in. It was crazy.
Hey, I got to answer Paradise 385's question here. It says Tech Ops beard looks like so much work. You should teach Shane how to handle it right. I was just thinking the other day. Okay, so I have a beard straightener, which is just like a dude curling iron or something, and I was thinking about buying one and just sending it to him, and then here you go. So that next video you look this good.
It's looking awesome. I can't even grow anything like that. I don't have the genetics.
Yeah, I had something not nearly as glorious as that, but it was last year where I always had this hat on, this like beanie on, and then I would have a bigger beard, and people got pissed when I shaved it. It's like, sorry guys.
You do look better with a beard. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay, I will continue. It's winter now, so I'll do that. But yeah, this would be like the best. Again, most times I get more lucky than I am smart and I am good, where I really think that Omi will go to the moon first before we're able to be, Essence is going to be like a tradable crypto on a currency, and I'll take some of that, I'll put it into Essence. Because again, like for those people that just kind of don't know what Ecomi is, or they're kind of comparing Earth 2 to Ecomi, the Omi token is already like 100x or like 150x from where it started. And Earth 2 hasn't started yet, that crypto. So I'm really curious to see what that does. If I could put in even $50,000, put 100x, extra 5 million. And again, we already have a big user base. So I was like, and you guys already that have close to a million Essence is nuts. What are your guys' strategies for that? I know Tech Ops, you said you would go in and you would buy as much as you could. Is there any strategy like, hey, I'm gonna wait because a bunch of people that have been waiting to sell? Like, let's say if there's someone around you guys that's just like, you know what, I'm gonna go in and sell half right now and wait for a dip.
No, I fully expect that, because there's all those guys that just liquidated all their jewels, they just act like it's not going to be worth anything in the future. But, if it is so low, if it's a penny or under, I mean, there's no way you have to buy it. Because it's going to go. I mean, even if it just makes it to 10 cents, no, it's going to be $1. It's going to be $1. That's why they gave us the essence. That's why he said not to sell your properties, because that essence that belongs to that property is just gonna that's what makes it now worth market value. That's what we've been waiting for. No more discounts. No more discounts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I never used Essence to buy, the Mentors, the EPLs, whatever. It was like, guys, just in case. He even said, like, the only reason he released that was because he got a bunch of flack from people saying, let us use Essence. And it's like, all right, don't say I didn't warn you. So I was like,
yeah. I was telling people, like, don't buy with Essence. That's the most foolish thing you can do.
In order to get more Essence, did you guys craft some jewels and use Essence for that?
Yeah, I decked out all my properties with Jamaica's, I believe. So,
did you get all of them done? Because I still have, I don't know, I have thousands left to slot with the +2 jewels.
I think I did. It took me days, though. I don't know. Maybe not all of them. Maybe I missed a few. I have to look back, but I think I did.
Well, that, and then I upgraded a bunch of mine to Luminous, and like to the tune of over 2,000 of them I upgraded. So I didn't get to use all the shards to just create more Jamaicas, and and I burnt through like 80,000 Essence before I even knew that Essence was going to be the crypto. So
oh no.
Yeah.
I think Raythax spent like 80,000 Essence to like figure out how to craft all these jewels and figure out how to go and say, like, okay, what works where. And I assume there's like a guide now that somebody made, that there's a science about, hey, craft this one and this one, you get this one.
Yeah, there's a nice flow chart, and like just the first couple days it was on the stage 2 site.
I like that comment.
Kissy. You got proposed to.
Yeah, no, Meta was breaking down all those jewel crafting. Like, I wouldn't want to have been the one to, have to try and figure that out. So I saw Meta in voice chat, and I was just sitting there like,
yeah, Meta's great. I should get him on at some point. I don't think I think I've had him on. He's a good man. Love that dude.
Yeah.
So are you guys coming to the E2 summit next year?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I love Vegas.
Yeah, it's gonna be nuts. So I guess we're having like a celebrity boxing match. I guess I'm boxing someone. I don't know who it is. It was someone that Snoke knows. Like, Snoke knew him, and it's like, yeah, like, we're just gonna have like celebrity boxing match. We're gonna stream. It was like, all right, I'm game. I don't know if you guys wanted to do that at all.
So Snoke knows them in E2?
Yeah, he's someone in E2 that is like, yeah, let's have like it's someone like, I don't know, it was on like his Discord or one of the Discords there.
Okay.
He introduced me to the guy. I was like, oh, all right, seems like a nice guy. All right.
I'll pound him.
So I'd be excited for that. Have you guys liquidated anything else to go into E2? What is something that you guys have gone and said, like, hey, just on the off chance that this runs up like 1,000x, I need to go and sell this and sell this?
I don't think I've liquidated anything. Just used fiat money to, join the community.
Yeah, no, I think I did all of my spending that I needed to do last year. I mean, I haven't bought anything for so long, up until the other day, 2 days ago, and then today I've been buying more 750s. But yeah, no, I figured I was good. 126,000 tiles. I didn't need any more than that, and now here I have, like, I don't know, probably 140,000 now. So
nice. So have you guys liquidated any of the E2 holdings to go into other things, going the opposite way?
Oh no.
I started with like 150,000 tiles, and then I think I sold like maybe 30,000, something like that. But
and you sold so many, Jesus.
Yeah, then I just put that into different cryptocurrencies, like other metaverse cryptos. I bought sand.
Oh, you made a killing.
And then I made like 10x on that money. So.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm waiting for Arya to do his taxes before I pull any money out. I want to see how those taxes look.
I'm actually terrified from the
IRS. Yeah, same. It's
gonna be terrible.
It's gonna be really rough. But hopefully it's just like the accountants are like, hey, up until you like cash out and like actually sell, we'll just push it off to next year or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds like the IRS to me. We'll just let you, you know, do whatever. We don't need our money.
I mean, I think you could probably get away with it, and I'm definitely not advocating to do this. So definitely always pay your taxes, but up until I think Biden said he wants to bring in like another 80,000 IRS workers to like, cause for this reason, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be so rough. They're coming for us.
Yeah, because I think just not too many years ago they cut all the IRS workers, and like it was very hard to even get anybody on the phone for a while. But yeah, now that crypto is a thing, and they need people to figure out what's going on with all that. You can't just run the algorithm for what used to be, you know, tax this guy.
So tell us Dork Slayer being like, yeah, the paper hands are out. No cheap essence. Sorry, you're not getting his essence.
It feels like the haters and the scam tutors are becoming smaller, and like people aren't like caring less about them.
Yeah, I think Sid Alpha was just interviewed the other day. I think it was Guidebook Gaming, and I think he had said that Sid Alpha said like, hey, listen, I don't think it's like a scam or anything, but I just don't like believe it. It's like I made a video about this before, like people that originally said it was a scam, and they're like, okay, it's not, but I still like don't believe in it, don't like it. And then you see what's his name, Big Fry buying stuff on you see it in the stream. He's like on the stream of people buying stuff. Like he did the biggest 180. I was like, all right, this is great. So on the other end of stuff, Arya's had very, very, very good luck, like the best luck I've ever seen as far as getting drops from Ecomi on the veve website, on the veve app. Tech Ops, have you had any luck with that yet?
Nothing. I mean, of course I got 2 Eternals when the Eternals were out, and those were the worst. No, it was the 2 common ones. They're worth less than what I paid for them.
No.
And, I can't get a good Ecomi veve drop to save my life.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Arya not only gets them, but he gets like the ultra rares and the secret rares, and I was like, what?
Yeah, like, pretty nuts.
Like I'm happy for him. I was like, damn. So what's been your guys' favorite thing about the app so far, and what you're looking forward to
with veve?
Yeah.
What was it that I don't know. There's been a few things that have popped up that look so good that I try just not to get my hopes up at this point, because I know every time I'll wake up, I'll hit that button and not get it. So I don't know. It's a love-hate. I love that people can and are, you know, doing so well with it. I hate that I cannot get a single darn thing.
Sorry, man. Oh, you Arya, what's your thing you're looking most forward to, or or is it already here? Like, did you just happen to love the fact that they just dropped like a first appearance Wonder Woman, and you just got a bunch of her?
One thing I like most about it is there's 2 things that I think makes a company huge. Is how polished and how easy the app is to use. If you open it up, you're like, okay, this looks legit. Like, I don't like third-party sketchy looking apps and whatnot. So like, all right, this is well polished and everything. So I kind of like this. It's easy to use, easy to understand. And then the licenses, which they had forever, you know, it's like if Marvel is going to do a license with this company, they're going to go somewhere. And especially like I don't know, you probably know about, isn't a Pokemon coming or something? Like, that'd be absolutely nuts.
At some point, I'm sure that they will, but it has not been officially confirmed. Like, we pretty much know that it is, but it's not 100% official.
Yeah, at this point, it has to be Marvel, DC, Disney. Yeah. Who wouldn't want in on this? You know?
Yeah, and I think they actually had Pokemon first, and they used that to get Disney. But they just haven't announced it yet. So probably next year. But I sold a lot of my stuff just to get ready for Pokemon, because during the Disney drops, I had to like kind of pick and choose. And so I got Elsa, and I got like Iron Man and like R2-D2. But then like when the actual the Walt Disney statue came out, I didn't have enough gems. I sold some things, and I was like, okay, I have like 1,400 gems. Like, maybe I can get like a cheap one. and the cheapest like it went down like 2,400. That was it. I was like, I'm not, like, God forbid, not God forbid, but if they go and they release like a ultra rare Charizard or something, and I can't get that because I don't have enough. No, never happening again. So I just like I started just selling a bunch of stuff that not that I didn't care about, just I wanted to make sure I was some gem heavy with there.
Yeah, it was a little surprising when the last day of the Disney drops came out, and it was $333 just to get the blind drop.
Yeah.
That's
nuts.
And it worked out well. The price is like over 9,000 now. So you got this one guy, Mr. Pags, is on the stream a lot. He was in the middle of traffic. He was like going on he was on some bridge, and he's like, well, it's bumper to bumper traffic, and he tries and he gets it. I was like, are you kidding me? I have like the best Wi-Fi, and I was so salty about that.
Maybe why I get drops and stuff. You say Wi-Fi. I don't use a Wi-Fi. I use cellular. Like I use 5G, 4G, or whatever. I don't use a Wi-Fi connection.
Really?
Do you have a newer phone too? Because I tried using the cellular, just thinking maybe that would do it for me, and I couldn't get it there either.
Yeah, Arya, what phone do you have? I know it's an iPhone, but
it's not an iPhone actually. Well, I have an iPhone, but I don't use that for my. I have a Samsung S20, not even the 21. It's just a regular S20. So it's like
well, Samsung brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a Samsung, but I believe it's just the S9 Plus. It is like 7 years old.
Maybe I live right next to a cellular tower. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta go there for your just for that. Gotta go and do that. Yeah. So I actually asked, or somebody had asked in one of the Twitter Spaces that Ecomi does, which I'd really like to see Earth 2 do. I know they do, like they're in the Discord chat every now and then, but I really would like to see them do like Twitter Spaces or something along those lines, like Ecomi does every 2 weeks. But somebody asked them if they had partnered with Earth 2, and it wasn't even me. I was like, oh, somebody else asked. To see like intercooperation of the metaverses, and they said no. But I still do think that at some point down the line, they could be able to go and cooperate. But probably this decade, a few years down the line, maybe. And the reason I think that is because the game like Fortnite has, they have Superman in there, they have Spider-Man in there, they have like Travis Scott in there. So I think that, we could have something really good, but interoperability is one of their goals. I love the truly. What other, outside of Ecomi, what other metaverses would you like to see partnered with Earth 2, or I guess and Ecomi? Like which ones? I
would say the ones with the most exposure, I guess. So that'd be Sandbox, and Decentraland stuff. But I think we have a more powerful community than those do. So when this gets listed, it's going to be.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and I'm actually not so sure I even necessarily need a partnership with these other metaverse projects. I just want the whole idea that's been going around that there's just an interoperability with all the different metaverses, that you should be able to take your NFT guns and swords from one to the other. You don't lose them just because you go to a different metaverse with them. That's what I want to see happen. Because once they're all interactive and interoperable.
That's a good call. So Jennifer Gardner saw you picking up one tile properties for tier 2, upgrade later for jewel farming. Is that what it was?
No, it's all just a heat map tile art. I just wanted a big arrow pointing at the Eye of Ra, so that no matter how far out you zoom, you're going to see this arrow pointing at the Eye of Ra.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's so smart. I never did anything like that. Chavez Topia, it's a mess. It's just like a long thing. Arya, what mega cities do you have, or are you part of?
I'm actually on a lot of mega cities. I'm in pretty much all of them because they all DM me on Discord and stuff for me to join. Yeah. So I join all of them kind of collectively. I am part of Darktopia. How do you say his name?
Darktopia.
I'm in Darktopia. I think I'm in Hippo Land. I'm in. I think I'm in the Diara. Alpha King. I think I'm in a lot of them. I should have made a city of Arya, but I want to I think that's a lot of work to commit to all these people and stuff. So it's like
it is, but it's once you have one place you can focus on, like then when they do stuff like this tier 2 thing, when everything's 10 cents again, I didn't really have to think too hard about it. I'm like, oh well, most of my T1 tiles are in Managua, Nicaragua. Let's just throw the T2 there. We'll build this out, make it even better, and it just all at the same time. I'm increasing my net worth by buying more land in Nicaragua, and I'm giving myself more lit. Oh my God! Speaking of lit, Arya, how much did you get yesterday?
Oh geez.
I was looking at if I looked at it right now, I think it was like $500 some or something.
Oh jeez. Oh,
that's awesome. Well, how much did you get in referral code revenue?
That was, I think, probably the same, maybe 200 or 300.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been awesome to see.
My man just making like $800 a day.
Yeah, no, when lit is pouring in, it's great. And I love those US tiles. Every one of my US properties is like $10, $15, $9.85, just
oh my God,
cranking the money at me.
That's amazing. I never, oh man, I wish I would have got some when I went to buy in America, like that first video that I ever made, it was like $1.25. If I had known, man, I'd known. I just
right.
But
yeah, because the lit has paid for everything, and I didn't necessarily get any class 1 US tiles until maybe several weeks down the road. So I paid like $5,000 for a few times for US properties, but it is just paying for itself over and over again with the lit and of course whatever else is coming.
Really is. I was looking at my South Korea because I still have a bunch of South Korea left, and it was like $25 from per each property. And I'm like, this is just like, here you go, free money.
Oh man.
There's a comment here I want to say that's pretty funny from Justin. It was Tech Ops looks like it's a casting couch background.
That's why I picked it. Yeah.
That's hilarious. You're funny, Justin.
Yeah, Justin's hysterical. Justin is he's on my streams a lot. He's really good. People have been, and I've made this video, one of these videos before. People have been saying about Ecomi and Earth-2 for like, hey, would they ever do any like rated X stuff? Because I think there's a ways around gambling. I think there's a ways of being able to go and say, oh, okay, well, you're not making, you're not betting money, you're betting E2 currency or whatever. And that's just a way around gambling. But I also think that if you have your private properties, whether it's in the veveverse or in Earth-2, guarantee you at any like sporting event or Pokemon event, there's going to be a scantily clad dressed woman with her avatar is going to be like, whatever. It's like, hey, come back to my place if you want a private show. And then
and then there's off-track betting back at her place.
Is that what the kids are calling it nowadays?
Right.
So I do think that there's going to be a lot of people will find ways around it. Like if they, how they did that same thing with like Club Penguin before Disney bought it, or they like shut it down. People would go out and they would hack the site, or they would line up their penguins in a way to make it look like a hate symbol. So those are really do you guys see in the future that type of stuff?
I could definitely see that. So.
I think it's going to have to be. I mean, even if it's not there initially, it's going to get to the point, like, I don't know if you've been in VR chat, like that's supposed to be fairly, whatever. But some of those avatars are like,
yeah.
Like, Randy, take off the net. Yeah.
Yeah, you saw that in Cyberpunk, where you could make your thing as big as you wanted. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. You can make your thing as big as you wanted. All right.
Yeah, people were just running around with like, normal sized avatars, but like elephant sized reproductive organs.
I know it's
the stream's gonna get demonetized so quickly.
Right.
Do we know how many tiles were bought? Like how many tier 1 tiles there are?
Tier 1 or both of them together? I know
Well,
USA is
the tier 1 tiles, the ones that were bought before, the last few days.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, they're so tight-lipped with all of the statistics on everything. Like, I think the only thing we could have done is if we were tracking from the stat sites for, from the beginning, we could get a general idea, but they just don't give that information
Yeah, that's a
out.
good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if Rambus
Wait a
Canvas says in
second.
essence
No,
has
no,
a
no.
limited supply.
We should be able to, okay, one of these stat sites needs to just go ahead and get back working again, and because I think you can add up all of the tiles sold in each country, and then yeah,
there's probably a way to do that, just the way the pricing works. So the Feminist Camping has said that if the essence, let's say it is a limited supply, and let's say they made 1 trillion essence, and and that's what they started with, and now there's 900 something billion essence, or whatever it was, as people use the essence to improve their properties or to get more resources or to do whatever, the value as like either just the amount of essence just goes down and the price stays the same, or the price goes up because eventually you'd run out of essence if that were the case. Are you guys thinking that it would have a limited supply, or do you think it's something that might not be finite and it's just renews over and over again like magic?
See, it's weird how it works because there's so many mechanisms built into burning the essence. I mean, is there like just a huge amount that's set and available, or is it something that is continually being produced? Like, are we actually mining it with our properties through some, I don't know, whatever algorithm that checks the hash check or whatever?
Yeah, the whole ether into essence might be one of the things that we have to do for it to be I don't know, crypto or something. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I'm very excited to hear the partnership and see if they immediately drop like the tokenomics white papers and stuff right then, so that we can tell, how this is working. That way we can just get on here and do a whole breakdown of this is why it's going to be worth $4 or $5 in 2 more months, and
that'd be like an 8-hour stream.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why Thomas and Nathaniel left, because they see the potential on it and be like, I want to buy some tiles. I want to part
right.
Well,
Thomas is buying tiles right now. Did you see that in Casey's new video?
Oh wait, is he?
Yeah, Thomas is. He's buying tiles.
Oh, that kind of makes sense.
If you see the,
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna get into this, because what if they get, even if they get paid $200,000 a year as a dev, like you can make more than that owning tiles in the future. Like,
like it'd be, oh my god, yeah, that $200K would be writ small by that. So I mean, if you have, and maybe they had like a deal where we're like, okay, so you guys, let's say they bought Drone before you guys at Drone come work for us, buy all your tiles now, buy all this, and then come work for us, and then we can't say that you have to sell your tiles now, but you can't buy any more. Maybe they did that. That would.
Well, I mean, it looked almost as if Thomas had one single tile. He may have bought it just before, anybody got to know that he's no longer, the community manager for or two. But no, it doesn't look like he's had any tiles, for the longest time. He's just been going and buying them right now.
So what are things that you think, what are you tired most about waiting for? What's something that you're most excited for? Is like, hey, I've been waiting for this forever. I'm most excited for this to come out. Is it the announcement of who they acquired? Is it tokenomics? Is it phase 2? Like what are we thinking here?
Yeah, I think we know who they were acquired. I'm gonna have to say, just the crypto has been on my mind from the very beginning, before it was even thought that they could possibly be doing this, with crypto. I've just had faith in that. You, Arya?
I think I'm most excited for the listing of the crypto whenever that's going to be, because just look at Victoria VR. Like, nobody really knows them, at least I don't know anybody who knows what Victoria VR, and then they're up 15,000% in one day once they listed their crypto.
Jesus.
And nobody knows who they are. Imagine Earth 2 listing their crypto. One day, how much is it's gonna hit? 50,000%?
Yeah, and one of the things that was super exciting for me is when Luke from Tech Circus had said, you know, people know. People that other metaverses know about Earth 2. They have their eyes on Earth 2, and they're waiting. They're waiting to see what's going on. And so there's eyes on it everywhere. It's gonna make huge money.
Speaking of huge money, Raythack's dropping bills saying
Raythack.
in and out of meetings, we'll watch later. I do have a couple of queries. E2 crypto speculation, platforms value, which I guess we kind of did go over a little bit. Brilliant Jewels, which he has 13 of, hasn't been able to create an ochre one yet. Frustrated. A lot of countries like Nauru. Okay, so I guess we'll do thoughts on Brilliant Jewels first. Are those the most coveted or the ochre ones? Which ones
How
are you?
does he have 13?
Yeah.
I've
Remember when
upgraded like 2,000 and I only have 2.
Remember when I said that he spent 80,000 essence to try and go figure everything out?
Yeah, so did I.
So yeah, he sold some too. He had more, and he was selling them. It's like $500 or something like that.
Oh yeah, I think the lowest price one in the market right now is like 20 grand.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Last time I checked, anyhow.
Oh my God. Okay, so Arya, do you have brilliant diamonds or brilliant jewels? And what are you guys using them for?
I think I have one. That's it. But I haven't really been crafting because I don't want to spend any essence.
Yeah. And so Tech Ops, those brilliant jewels, you hodl it. Like if somebody offered you like, hey, I don't want to pay 20 grand for one, but I'll give you 10 grand for one. Is that worth it considering the 80,000 essence that you spent, or is it?
Yeah, I mean, if somebody were to offer me that much, yeah. But I had somebody in Gen Chat that offered me way less, and I was like, I think I'll hang on to it.
Okay, so ochre, have you guys had any of those?
Brilliant?
No, it said created an ochre one, OCHRE.
I think probably relating to brilliant ochre because regular ochres are easy to get.
Yeah. So the brilliant, I guess out of the 13, he does not have a brilliant ochre. I don't know if you guys knew how to.
So I hadn't upgraded any of my just common jewels, like the common colors. So I've got one Jamaica brilliant and I've got one sunrise brilliant. So I've been trying for a sunset, but I don't know. I've thrown 1,000 of them through there now, and not a single one has come out brilliant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about
say hi to Predict? Hi, Predict.
Hey, Predict.
Predict my bay.
The three wise men.
Feels like Christmas. 3 wise men on YouTube. Oh, thank you, Predict. We love her. Predict is actually speaking of Predict, I had a quick convo with her, or a quick request from her the other day. She's the Shadow Queen. She's like, yeah, I'd rather. I asked her to come on. It's like I'll listen to you guys for right now. Stay in the shadows. Like, okay, that's fine.
Someday we'll all be on a show.
So someday soon.
With just piles of cash around us.
So have you guys? What are your thoughts on countries that there are no tier 1 tiles in because they were locked? I guess like Nauru or other stuff.
That's a good question. Like Saudi Arabia, like I don't know how it's going to work out to have tier 1 and tier 2. I don't know how they're going to do that, but maybe it'll never be open. Who knows?
Yeah,
I think it will be.
Yeah, I mean if they're going to open it, they should just hold on to it for a really long time. There's no reason to open any more countries. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be tier 1 if it opens up now. I mean, it was pretty clear. There's a clear line saying that nope. I mean, everything from here on out is tier 2.
So actually, I guess I misspoke. I guess Raythax was thinking about selling those, but he never did sell. He decided against it. Too valuable. Goal is to place 1 brilliant jewel in each available slot of my class 1 750 tile properties. You guys don't have your slotted, right? Or do you?
I put mine up at my very top 750 property just so that I know where they are and so that I'm still getting the +2 out of them. I am squeezing every little bit of essence I can out of, all those jewels that I made.
Very nice. Many people do a boxing match with on each dude. That's great.
I can see kissing a boxing match.
Jennifer got so I don't know about you guys. I had this Lucy trip where me and the girlfriend are walking the dog, and I go and I decide that I get like this Rain Man flash of like, oh hey, Superman, was a first appearance, and there's 8,888 of his reached as high of like. So I basically go on and I spend like 800-ish gems, and I was like, okay, so I bought 5 Wonder Women, and I sold one for a couple of Hit Monkey comics today, but I bought most of them at like 180, 190. Did you guys get any of those?
I did not. Not here.
Okay. Iris goes to the
Skip Yellow VR chat after party after this. Skip, there's a drone tournament after this on DVD Runin's channel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Have you guys played drone yet? Anybody pick it up to, just give it a try for when it becomes our PvP game?
I want to. I keep on forgetting it, but I should.
Yeah. Where do you play that on?
So you play it just on the PC. I bought a copy quite a while ago. I've played with DVD Runin and Krumel Monster from the Kraken and a couple other guys. It's interesting. It's not just playing the game, but it's figuring out what drone ship is best for you to play, because we were having a tournament yesterday, and I went in there. I forget who it was. Their ship, it was like one shot and destroyed whoever it was that they shot at. And it takes me like my guns totally overheat before they even get halfway down on their health bar. And there's a lot to it. So if you're going to, and Shane said there's 3 ways to play Earth 2, and one's the PvP, one's the eco sim, and the other was, I don't know what, buying and selling tiles.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to be in all 3 of them. So you guys should pick up drone, and if anything, check out the tournament on DVD Runin's Twitch channel today.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give that a shot. I guess like Star Wars.
He was dropping good information. He was going through and like actually building a whole drone yesterday, and I was pretty amazed because I've tried building not only the drone, but they have the the landscape generator or whatnot. It's hard. It is not easy.
I would think that maybe that could be a business in itself. People that are just not good at building drones, and other people that just have a knack for it. Hey, like, I'll give me money and I'll build one for you. And because I haven't tried, I don't know if I'm good at that though. I think it'd be fun to learn and try and figure out. But at the end of the day, if it's gonna take me like an hour or so, I was like, I don't have time.
I thought I was going to be great at building hollow buildings, and I suck at it. So I definitely am buying stuff from what is it? Whoever. There's like 2 people that have just amazing hollow buildings, and I want all of them. Yeah.
If you notice the Facebook group for Earth 2's Facebook group, there's some crazy architects out there who are going to build amazing things. Like I can, so I'm definitely buying from them.
Yeah, I decided to go with all cylinders, but my cylinders aren't even actually round. They've got like little jagged. It's horrible. But I put those on all of my properties so I could get the resource collection for while we're waiting.
Yep.
So I think that anything that the game does or Shane says is there on purpose. Like when he, puts out tweets where some letters are capitalized that shouldn't be and some aren't, and that in conjunction with the fact that Raythax is saying, hey, there are 12 unique types of jewels and 12 slots available. What does that mean? I think that you might be able to go and, I don't know, maybe get a bonus. I don't know if anyone's done that yet. Because if you go in, I don't know if anyone has, 12 brilliant, ochres or 12 of those brilliant, things.
I just imagine there'll be something with those brilliant jewels. Like if you're going to create a certain item, if you load in one of the brilliant jewels, all of a sudden it's worth 500 instead of 50. So
yeah. Exchange that. No, no. So here's one thing Ecomi has gotten had a little bit of flack for saying that Earth 2 got flack for the money transfer license, or unable to cash out. So right now you're still not able to cash out gems for money. When did you guys first start taking out or take outs? Did you ever take out? No, you haven't.
I've taken 0 out of Earth 2.
That's
Okay.
smart. That's probably smart.
Yeah. No taxes. No taxes for you. But yeah, it's not just Earth 2. It's a company like Ecomi as well, which did 34 million last month. In top grossing revenue. Bananas. And yeah, there's so much that they made. It just you can't take it out.
Yeah.
For one bit. So in the events that we're able to go and have this metaverse the next couple of years, in conjunction with, let's say, Neuralink being able to implant something in your brain where you could actually smell, and you could actually oh, hey, we're in like a toxic dump. And then would you do something like that? Would you get a Neuralink in your brain so you could feel like you're really in where you are in VR?
I mean, I would, but after it's like tested in mainstream and been out there for a while, I'm not going to be a guinea pig and mess up my brain or something.
Yeah, I know originally, when that first came out, and then when Earth 2 first came out, I was like, oh, in a heartbeat. But yeah, now I'm kind of thinking, let's make sure the technology's absolutely, pure. I've seen all of the different displays that he's done on it. It's amazing. They can throw those wires right into your brain, route through all of your blood vessels and everything, and not damage anything. So
yeah,
it's looking good. It's promising.
Prediction, because I don't think this is a if, I think this is a when. When do you think T2 prices will reach and surpass Tier 1 prices?
I don't see them going higher than Tier 1, because Tier 1 has more benefits than Tier 2 does. So I don't see Tier 2 going to $60 a tile. I mean, maybe if the Tier 1's like $100 tile, I think it'd always trail behind, but that's my opinion.
Now, does the Tier 1, does that still go up as the Tier 2s are being purchased, or has it just stopped?
Actually, you're right.
Yeah, this is why I'm thinking, because again, we got it up to $60, US, just because, and there's not that many of us. It's a couple 100,000. Yeah. What happens when finally they really do some marketing? What happens when they have the 5 DCA or 5CA, whatever that's called, really go out there and say, hey, guys, check out what they just did. They just bought a drone. They just did this. And then them saying, look at the partnerships that we have that Shane has yet to announce. All of that could just turn on a switch, and suddenly we have millions of people buying instead of just a couple 100,000. So that's why I think it can.
You're right. I forgot that all the land is like Tier 2 now. You can't.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to watch those prices.
Yeah, because I don't think in order for Tier 1 land to go up, you shouldn't have to upgrade your Tier 2 land. But it's, again, they don't give us enough information to really work with to figure out every little detail of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good point. So in the event that this has, I know Tech Ops, you're pretty retired, right? You just do the Uber like when you're like bored, or if you just get out of the house.
Yep.
And Arya Realty are pretty much the same thing, right? I think you guys both did the same thing. You just did Uber every now and then, or Uber Eats or Drive.
Because it's fun. I love driving people around. You meet some amazing people.
Who's the best people that you've had? Like who's like some stories like, oh, this person was amazing, had a crazy life story, or was crazy drunk from a party and had a girl with them, super hot.
Yeah, all of those. Every time there's all of those stories. I mean, I get from like I think the last guy that I found very interesting was dude that was retired, and he just he works at the golf course now. Where I picked him up from, it is obviously that he did not need to work ever again. But yeah, he's just like the guy that helps everybody out at the golf course. And I thought, oh, that's brilliant. Just spend your retirement days playing golf with all your friends, and they kick you some money for it.
Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds so much fun. What about you, Arya? Who are some really cool peeps that you've had? Or it doesn't have to be that. It could be really funny. Like this one, like Indian dude named Sachin just talking to his wife and just how he hates his life.
I've had all sorts of things. I've had like girls like hitting on me and stuff, like, oh, come out to the bar, do this and that. I'm like, no, I mean,
I'm
like, what is it,
Tesla, bro?
Do I have really like some spray on me? I never get anybody hitting on me in the Uber. They're just like, thanks for the ride.
You got to get a Tesla like Arya. Once you get a Tesla, that's
that
it.
Could be it, huh?
Yeah, true.
Really curious to see that. So I've talked about this with Tech Ops for we did it once. We talked about doing like a stream like this semi-regularly. Yeah. And Ethan Youngberg said he's literally dying. He needs us to stream together all the time. As this picks up, as it goes into phase 2 and beyond, and they do some marketing, is this something that you guys would want to do, like minimum of like once a month or something like that?
Yeah,
if not more.
Yeah, if not way more. It's just been right now. I spent all of last holiday season, glued to my computer and nothing, doing nothing but playing Earth 2 and buying tiles. I kind of wanted to get a little break. All of a sudden stuff is starting to come out, but I still want just a little break. We'll give it till after Christmas, and then let's go gangbusters.
I think that is very fair, and I think we can do it. So between Ethan's comment and Raythak's own here saying like predict my queen and Egro, all I think we can really have a really good and we could have guests on, and we could
I have ideas, so we'll talk.
Okay. I did have this thing also. I don't know how we do it. I don't know. Arya's mentioned he might join me in Florida next year when I go. So
you mean like move to Florida with you?
I mean, yeah, like it would be in the
really,
like in the
house in Miami.
Nice. Yeah. Okay.
So I had this idea. I was also on Lucy at the time. Also, it was like months ago though. It was like there's something that I would call Trip Buddy, where if you go and hey, like you want to go on like a trip, and it could be a trip like that, or it could be like a day trip. You want to go hiking, and like let's say your friends are like sick, or they have company over, or you know what, friends every now and then they're just like, I just want to order pizza and watch Netflix. They don't feel like doing that. All your friends are doing something else. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't you want a verified cool person to go do cool stuff with, where that they're fun? Right. How would you know how to do that?
You log on to friendfinder.com. Have you never done that?
I have not done that. I did not know that was a thing.
It is.
So I don't know, but how do you verify that they're cool people?
So I think there's like reviews on everybody. They write up a bio of everything that they are interested in and whatnot, and it does cost, I haven't paid anybody to be my friend, but at one point I was like, I could totally make people pay to be my friend.
the different, or I guess just hearing about that, I didn't know that was a thing. The reason why I thought my idea could be cool is if we make a reality show out of it. Out of a couple of people us, if you decide to move down Florida, like we hang out with those people and determine if they're cool or not. And at the end of the day or 2 days of doing stuff, you can hang and we celebrate, or be like, loser, and you can't hang.
Right.
Didn't South Park have an episode about that? Like you're going to be the new friend, and they're like interviewing all these kids because to take any spot or something like that.
They might have. Me and the girlfriend would just watch the pandemic special that they just had. Like it was supposed to be like 40 years later, and it was still going on. Dude, that was hilarious. That was
a funny episode.
Yeah, it was an hour long. Do you think tiles will ever stop producing? I guess that's if. Well, I don't know. We never really talked if Joules would be finite.
I don't think Joules or Essence will ever stop producing.
Yeah,
I think so too.
I was having a discussion with Mr. Green last night. He was wondering if we were going to be able to get a Joule that would do a +1 Joule per property or something. I'm like, nah, you can't. You can't do any more jewels than are currently going on. Otherwise, it kind of breaks the whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the jewels will be utilized in so many more ways than just slotting on the property. I mean, the other way that Shane had mentioned was just through the PvP. That's kind of like you're getting around the gambling thing too, because you know, you have a Jamaican jewel that's worth $3 and however many cents, then you're putting that up to as your stake in the game.
I would get so addicted. I would get. I have a Quest 2 right there. I bought the Quest 2 earlier this year. I was like, all right, we're coming along. Basic's coming along. It's gonna happen. Hasn't happened yet, but I'm ready.
Yeah.
So it's a good point. Do you guys still buy jewels? I mean, I was buying down up until 7 cents, and then they went up to like 30 cents and 25 cents. So I'm not really buying anymore.
Yeah, no,
I don't get as much as you guys. You guys probably get hundreds of jewels a day.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like when you get 270 jewels a day, it's like I don't really need to buy them. I can just let them roll on in. I had thought about, you know, if I had thought about it, I should have bought a whole bunch at 6 cents. But even then, you know, I kind of wanted the money to go to other things. I was still buying hollow buildings at the time. I just couldn't see spending money on the jewels. I can see once the jewels like blow up to big money. Because that first week that they were out, I made so much money selling jewels. It was ridiculous. I mean,
I made well, not that I lost, I didn't sell it yet. Raythax did it right. He sold like as soon as they were going down, and I was like, what if y'all are crazy? What if this is it? And I just FOMO'd in, and I remember gold jewels. Like, guys, these gold jewels are like under $1. I'm still it's like 97 cents. I'm buying a bunch of them, and it's like, oh man, it's not.
They work out.
But Famous Cammy actually said, I guess he heard that Thomas says that part of the reason he left is because he wanted to be allowed to invest in Earth too. So
yeah, see, that's smart. Like,
makes a lot of sense.
I was telling that personally. Actually, I was like, that's the smartest thing you can do is actually be on the consumer side of Earth 2 and not actually be on the. So I think you'll make more money that way.
Well, so outside of the fact that they went and put like, hey, the real Randy Chavez over here, you know, like on ads, they never like gave anything. Did you guys get like one of those Easter eggs, like an E2 thing, or you didn't get one of those Earth 2 Easter eggs? I didn't get it. I didn't get it either.
My eyes are very bad. I didn't have the creativity to say, no, that looks like an egg, because none of those looked like eggs when we were hunting for them.
I'll see the pixel dots and I'd be like, it's an egg.
But Kasim, we do not get paid by like we're not on their payroll. Not at all. I think
I'm not even on the website. If you go and see all the ads, I'm not even on there.
Yeah, really? He's gonna make us rich, but he's not paying us.
That's insane.
Yeah, you just got to throw a fit and you get advertising.
Yeah, I know,
right? So which country are you guys most excited to get? To be like a Saudi? I mean, we got Israel, which was nuts. But which country are you guys feeling?
Probably Israel, because that's a crazy, powerful country. They're so small and they're so powerful. So that's probably my favorite country. Like being in the military, just learning about Israel. I'm like, hey, you guys are legit.
The guys don't mess around.
I'm not even sure if I'm excited about any countries opening, because I didn't get anything in any of the countries that have opened. Like the last thing I got was when the UAE opened up and we all went crazy there. I thought that was kind of a good way to go about it, you know, and this whole tier 2 thing is another good way to go about it. There's plenty of time. Plenty of people can get cheap tiles right now, you know, because everybody's they're going to drive the US prices up to, you know, $10 or something before they even start going over and looking at other countries and, you know, trying to find some cheaper stuff, which is why I'm just going to my cheap countries right now and just getting what I want. And, you know, I don't need any more US tiles tier 2.
Yeah. I was first place in USA tiles, and I just got beat out by Mr. McKay. So
yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Hey, good for him. He's a good guy.
but they're tier 2. He's not getting all that lit, man. He's giving you the money.
That's a good point. Good point. So what are the differences between tier 1 and tier 2 tiles, that like the benefits and the, some people getting more whatever, like more lit or more, what are some of the differences with that?
Yeah, actually, there's a whole matrix that they have, and tier 2 just doesn't get a lot of stuff, and it won't get any ad revenue.
Yeah.
Tier 2 doesn't get lit, right?
It doesn't. It doesn't, yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't produce jewels, and you can't slot them with jewels.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's basically good for resources and essence, and whatever else comes later. But all the good benefits are all on the tier 1 properties.
That's so interesting that you could have benefits for class 1, like class 4 tier 1 tiles that outweigh the benefits of class 2 tier 2 tiles.
Well, that's the thing, is there is no class system in tier 2. And one of my questions is, if you upgrade to tier 1, are you going into the last class that is available?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That is a really good point.
So it's even kind of crappy to try and upgrade a tier 2 USA 750 because you're ending up with what, class 4 tiles. And what were those selling for in the market? Like 99.7% off?
Jesus.
I like how the critics in the scam tour is like, oh, look, everybody's selling off 99.9% off. I'm like, you guys are so lying. Like that's not real tiles.
Yeah, I know. That was when I heard them say that, I was like, okay, because of course I had looked previously and I was like, look at all those 99. No, you can't buy any of those.
Yeah.
There was no, they were just advertising because it's a locked country. They were like, ooh, I have more stuff in my profile. Go check my profile. You can't buy this one, but
yeah. Like I promise you, if you could buy those wouldn't exist.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of those scam tours, they would purposely take old information or things out of context, and then it was like, oh, you see? I wonder.
See, look.
Yeah. So what is I'm not sure about what Squidcat's referring to here. Thomas and Thanos' new game Destruction on YouTube platform. Is that like a wordplay thing?
No. Nathaniel and Thomas are both involved in, I think Nathaniel and some other developers created this game. It looks like a first-person shooter / Easter egg hunt type game. It's supposed to be play to earn and crypto-based and whatnot. I watched their Twitch stream, but I don't know if you've talked to Nathaniel and Thomas. It's a very, monotone. Like they were giving the information out. I mean, I can't wait to see what's up with the game. You need Nameless for the hype man, of course. He's like, disruption, this is awesome. Look at that.
I want to see like an NFT or something of Nameless where it's like a quick 3-second video of him taking his vape going, like just that. That'd be really cool. I'd pay for that.
Yeah.
So we got Pacey here. I feel like Pacey is one of the most consistent YouTubers now for Earth 2.
Yeah.
Which I think he kind of, because my videos for Earth 2 had slowed down, but I still talk about him every stream. And I feel like because I don't post my streams on the Earth 2 Facebook page, that everyone's like, where'd Randy go? I was like, guys, I mentioned it every stream. Y'all didn't subscribe. That was your own fault.
Yeah.
But Pacey's definitely taken that place of being consistent content creator. And then who are the people from South Korea that
Tulsa?
I subscribed to her. She just had I don't know how to say the name.
Okay, but they're all from the Mega Guild, right? Is that what it's called? Mega or yeah, I'm not sure.
She started with like nothing, and now she's got 1,400 subscribers, which again is not a ton, but it is
not bad.
I think that'll snowball. I think that'll snowball, and she just covers Earth 2.
Yeah, no, Pacey has got the right idea, and it's been in my head for a while now too. I mean, not just because of what Pacey's doing, but maybe even an offshoot. So Pacey is going for the people that know nothing about what's going on. I've had several people call me that have been in Earth 2, but they just haven't paid attention for the last 8 months. And they're like, oh, yeah, I mean, thank goodness. Yeah, some guy on YouTube, I'm like, oh, you mean Pacey? He's like breaking it down. He's like, one of the guys I was at a party with last night, he was like, yeah, I didn't know you had to click the jewel and then click over to drop it over there. But he explained it for me. So, I mean,
that's awesome.
I think that's kind of some of the stuff that I'd like to do at the beginning of the new year. The guests that we should have on are people who are slightly invested in the game, but haven't done anything or watched anything or listened to anybody forever. And we'll just like take their questions and have just huge conversations of how to get into Earth 2, what to do if you have some tiles and stuff. I think
that's a good point. Maybe we'll have Pacey on as a guest, and we'll do that at some. I'm trying to think, like, who are some of the other YouTubers that maybe that we don't really know of right now, or that at least I don't know of, that are, I guess, similar to Pacey, or they're semi-consistent. Do we have anyone else like that?
I don't think
so. Yeah.
I mean, outside of the South Koreans that I just showed, which is that's insane. That South Korean channel, I had about maybe 1,200 or 13. I had about as many subscribers as she did when I was doing. It was a lot of Earth 2, but it was still Pokemon and it was still Tesla, and that was before I got into Ecomi, and that's when I kind of blew up even more. So I think with her doing those videos, and most of that market is just South Korea, because I don't think her videos are translated. I think she'll blow up in a big way, and that just brings the Asian market in, which is something that we have obviously some players from the Asian market, but I don't know if there are any YouTubers. I had so much Earth 2 on the brain for months, and I was looking at nobody else was making content like that. Where do you guys think the next country is to not open up for us to buy, but open up for people to play the game?
You know, so I don't even know if it's necessarily about another country, but just expanding like the South Korean and the U.S. Knowledge of the game and the people getting into the game. Because I honestly, at some point, I was thinking kind of, well, it's a little too late to get in the game right now. It'd be prohibitively expensive. It's and there's not enough known to really sell somebody on the game. But heck, 10-cent tiles again. So I mean, get in, buy it up. You're not going to get the huge benefits of the tier 1 properties, but you know what? There's enough benefits for 10 cents a tile. Buy it up. We're going to have a good another month of just straight $100, $200, $500 lit days for Arya.
Right.
Arya, drinks are on you next time.
Yeah.
Right. Oh man, that was my one goal. Is my main strategy once Earth 2 started back in the day, and I was like, I was creating my empire, and I was just like, the number one strategy for Earth 2 is I want passive income, so I want lit, so I want to buy in every single country possible. Yeah. And at one point, I think I still do. I have tiles in every single country in the world, or at least up to 200 some countries.
That's insane.
That's why my lit so high. Yeah.
That would be one hell of like a hide and seek thing if when we have those transporter tiles and you set them up in each different country. That'd be one hell of like an Easter egg thing to try to go each every country. That'd be hard. Have you guys heard about the metaverse project Everdome? I haven't heard of that, so I don't.
I have not. I should check that out.
All right, sorry, Hollow. No, nothing there. Sam tells us tier 2 prices drive tier 1 up.
Okay. Well, I mean, if that's true, Sam, that's great. So tier 2 prices still continue to boost the tier 1.
I wonder if there's a ratio, like every 10 cents, let's say Antarctica goes from 10 to 20 cents, then we would only go from, let's say 70 cents to 71 cents. Like for each 10 cents that goes up, 1 cent on tier one. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah, it's
something like that.
probably very scalable, especially since we're back to 10 cents. I mean, it's not going to drive the price up, like each tile that's bought is not going to drive it up another penny, but each, $1,000 that's spent on those 10-cent tiles is going to start driving it up.
Have you guys heard from Earth 2 Mastery in a while?
Oh, I remember that guy. I have not. No.
So he was making, obviously, based on his name, Earth 2 Mastery, is making a bunch of Earth 2 videos. Then he switched over to Omi before I did, and then he said he went on vacation for a while, stopped making videos. I talked to him end of summer, and he said that when newer things start happening with Earth 2, he'd be back, and I haven't seen him.
Yeah,
and I miss that man. He was cool.
A lot of videos that just stopped.
Yeah, it was. He had a lot of stuff.
You know who I saw today in the Earth 2 official chat that I haven't seen in months and months was Tireless from Ziggurat. He obviously everybody's coming back. I mean, all the people in Gen Chat, I have no idea who they are anymore. There's just unfamiliar name after unfamiliar name.
Yeah.
I seen E2 the boss actually in the flesh.
No. What you saw was Frazier acting like E2 the boss.
No. It was in the Disruption Discord chat. It wasn't in E2.
Oh, really? Okay. And it wasn't Frazier? Because Frazier does a great E2 the boss.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been, but I'm pretty sure his name was different. It was like the NFT boss. That's what it was. He changed his name.
Oh, yes. Okay, then that was him.
Yeah.
Dude,
he should just call himself Tiny Boss.
Tiny Boss, yeah.
I don't know if there's a. Has anyone heard of like the Bull combo or other peeps that I haven't heard from in a while?
Oh yeah. No, I haven't seen anything from the Bull combo in a while. Is he like totally into Sandbox? I'm sure he's gonna start coming out with more stuff. I mean, he didn't sell out of Earth 2, right?
I don't think so. The Iron Kiwi came back. I thought that was pretty. I don't know if anyone remembers him. He was just always in the chats and always in everything. I thought that was fun. Oh, you guys are great. We need a celebrity. So me and Arya Realty were going to try to go to see Predict at some point. Who up in Canada? I guess is there still a travel ban up there?
I don't think so, but I'm not sure. Is there? I don't know. Maybe the Omicron thing. I don't know.
Right. Everything just needs to stop with all of that, the virus, because I feel like I shouldn't even leave my house. Just you never know what to do. Like I'll walk into a store, mask in my pocket. Do I wear this? Do they not? Yeah.
Got to read the room and see what's going on.
I mean, because this beard has a hard time being in a mask. It needs to breathe. This beard is a mask.
That's a good point. Pamela's still buying jewels. Do you guys ever buy those reflection tiles?
What, the Reflection Megacity?
I think that what Mr. is talking about is the tiles that looked like they had
I think
like almost like a rainbow glitch thing on them.
Oh,
it's like a glitch.
Yeah, like in that. It's a EDC city, the electronic EDM city or whatever.
Yeah,
they had all those there. Those were cool. I like them. I hope that someday that overhead doesn't just change. They go to a boring picture and then EDM city is just city.
So the ads do drive me nuts. When I was trying to buy stuff yesterday, I had to click off of like 3 different things to be able to go and try to buy my stuff.
So I don't know how you buy tiles on your mobile device. Like you don't have a computer, so you're on your phone buying tiles.
Yeah,
exactly.
The struggle is real.
Pacey had a good noob tip there. You can actually shut those ads completely off in the lower right-hand corner. It's like a little megaphone thing. If you click that, you won't get any ads.
No, there we go.
Okay. Yeah. Tier 1 class 5 is still available.
How? Where?
I don't know. Where? Piehead, where? Where, Piehead? Where?
I think everything is tier 2 now.
Yeah. Oh, Disruption is basically a crypto treasure hunt game. Oh, that'd be so much fun if that integrated in E2. Which ones do you guys think we did acquire? is drone disruption? Is it?
It's drone.
I think it's drone. Yeah.
Yeah. That's been like my answer to everything recently. Also, it's like, why is these why are people leaving? Why are these delays happening? And I thought, like, well, if they did all the work that they needed to do, and we have a new team now from drone to be able to come in and take the next step, then I think that's fair. But everyone's like, but how do you know? I was like, I don't know, guys. I'm just assuming.
Well, and I don't want to give Sid Alpha too much credit, but when he did his little rant about his conversation back and forth with Shane, he was like, I know who the acquisition is, and anybody with half a brain, knows who the acquisition is, but I'm not going to say it because I'm ethical and everything. So it's just got to be drone. There's just no other way.
I'm ethical, but I leak DMs.
Oh, wait. No, there was more. Okay, more to it. There was a post. Was it on the drone Discord server that said that Earth 2 is now handling all the drone Discord updates, announcements, and everything. So, I mean, I don't know why Earth 2 would be handling drones announcements if they didn't acquire drone. So,
yeah.
For Pamela's camping, this question is saying that his net worth has doubled. Have you guys seen a really big increase to your net worth in the last?
I won't say big. Mine's like 10% or something like that. It's nothing big.
Okay, mine didn't go up very huge, but I know Mr. Green, who was like maybe a third of my profile, all of a sudden his net worth was showing that he was like over me in net worth. So it's got to be a glitch. There's just a glitch. I don't know if it's counting tier 2 tiles at tier 1 prices for your net worth.
Oh, that might be.
Yeah, because one of my alt accounts that should not be any more than like $5,000 in net worth is saying it's 50,000 in net worth now. So
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So predictions are a little concerning. That someone said that Kevin from E2 Mastery is resting in peace. I don't know. I'm trying to just like his last YouTube video.
Yeah.
But the last YouTube, somebody wrote like a month ago. Because that already feels like a long time ago. I remember watching all your Omi vids, man. You really helped the word back then. Omi homies for life. So, but there was no responses. Really curious to see what. Well, we'll hope everything's good. I'll hope everything's good.
Yeah.
For these
Wow.
two cowboys. Yeah. Oh well, I guess James Call. I guess I didn't do the honor of like introducing you guys. I just assumed everyone knew who you were.
you know these people are.
So Arya Realty served with him back in the day. He got me into Earth 2 he didn't have a video on his YouTube for like 8 months, and then he comes out with a new one, and he doesn't even tell me about it. Doesn't even say, "Hey, get into this before I release this video to thousands." And then Tekos, we've just been buddies for a while. We traded NFTs because we had the official Earth 2 NFT logo on our the first NFTs that were made, and I was a guest on Guidebook Gaming, which she co-hosted, and we're all just buddies.
Yeah, and I've been harassing Randy since I realized that he'll answer me when I message him. In the beginning, I was messaging everybody. Like I was messaging Nathaniel, Shane, Randy, whoever would talk to me. I'm like, come on, please give me attention, people.
Dude, when this first started, I don't know about you guys. It probably happened with you guys too, but I was like getting so many messages, so many people. How to do this? Is like I'll address these in a video because I didn't want to do the same. Was that the same thing with you guys?
Oh yeah, so many DMs. But I had in the beginning, I was like, anybody that DMs me, I'm gonna give them an appropriate answer. I'm gonna spend the time. But you know what? It got to the point where people were only DMing me so that they could try and advertise properties for sale. They're like, hey, I know you like buying properties. You want to buy my? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Sorry, somebody wanted to see that my Dragon Ball Z shirt. I was like, okay.
The whole family.
I like that. Yeah, it's if you don't know who I am, a lot of people do know who I am. If I'm not, I'm an Earth 2 influencer, YouTuber. I think the biggest Earth 2 YouTube channel, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So I make videos on Earth 2 and all the updates and what to do. And so if you're interested in that, you can go up to my YouTube, same name, and subscribe over there, and I'll see you over there. But I'm having a great time over here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I provide no value whatsoever. I go on people's shows and I ham it up. There is no reason for me to be famous at this point.
Your TikTok is pretty awesome. I like it.
Yeah, I follow you. It is every time somebody sends me a TikTok, I watch it and then I watch like 30 minutes of other TikToks. I don't even mean to. They're just so interesting. They're so fun. I guess Pacey said, yeah, 100% confirmed. That's drone by Nathaniel.
Oh, that's huge.
Fudge. I really can't wait till the marketing starts for that. Yep. Earth 2 making some big moves. Look what we just did.
Yeah, so I highly recommend tuning into DVD Runin. It's DVDRUN3N on Twitch. Okay. We just got him to affiliate like a few days ago, and yeah. So he's been very into figuring out the drone aspect of it. There's only like a handful of people that are, really trying to figure out drone. Not even me, although I have more experience than, 99% of the rest of the user base, but it's going to be important. I mean, if you don't want to buy drone right now, I mean, you should at least, tune in. And actually, if anybody does just happen to buy it, DVD Runin is giving away a fairly large property for whoever wins the tournament, and it's kind of a random winning. So play today. It's like in another hour we'll be doing the tournament, doing a little talking.
Oh, cool beans.
Actually, wait a second. Is
it right now?
No. Plenty of time.
All right. Cool. So somebody say like Pokemon and MTL Immutable X is scheduled for the end of next week. I think they're trolling. They're talking about Ecomi. I don't think all of that's on the same week. So I'm just I'm pretty sure they're trolling.
Can you imagine like Pikachu's and Charizard's and stuff going? My God.
Yeah, that's the info and stuff. The ads, last minute pump for the market freeze. Oh my God, Pacey's net worth is 4x since T2 launch. What the fuck?
That's awesome, Pacey.
That's great. Good for you. Deserve it. You deserve it. But yeah, it's usually a glitch. Oh damn! E2 Mastery actually did. Ooh.
Wow. That's really sad, actually. Wow.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean it happens all the time. It's just terrible when it's somebody that you know.
Yeah. Oh man, we got to make a statue for him in E2 in the veveverse or something like that. He was the first one to bridge that connection. I was like, oh man. Yeah. Scanning tier 2 is tier 1 in net worth increase. Okay, all right. I guess that's confirmed. That is what's happening. Barbados is pumped. Which country did you guys see pump like the most over the last few days? I was there for tier 2.
Well, United States.
No, I'm not even sure I saw a real pump going on anywhere though.
South Korea was at like 60 something cents when I bought it, and I didn't even know that. I didn't even know. I thought it was also going to be 11 cents, and it wasn't.
I don't think it was a bad purchase, Randy. I think you're going to get your money out of it, even though you paid 60 cents.
That's a good point. It's a good point. Yeah. I should buy more. I don't know. Last time I didn't mess up, but I did a bunch of India and I did a bunch of Brazil before I went to Antarctica. I don't know. I think I'm just going to double down on Antarctica. Like, what are big places that you guys? I mean, you guys already have so many tiles.
I highly recommend getting into the Eye of Ra. We have some big plans. We've got some partners that we're gonna do good stuff there. Yeah. So
I mean, I'm sure I'm there. I just don't. I have like a couple tiles. I don't think I have like a 700 tile.
You should have a couple flexes in the Eye of Ra. Just I mean, they cost $80 right now, so go get them.
So I have to actually check something, because if this is a actual thing that David confirmed, which I don't see it. there's been no there has been 0 tweets from David or Ecomi the last half hour, give or take, or the last hour and a half since we started. So I'm going to say that is not a real thing. DPC confirmed.
Yes, I'm by Goku.
Yeah, I'd love that. It was an incredible fun game. I don't know which one he was talking about. Maybe he was talking about drone.
Okay, passed me up in the U.S. Congrats, man.
Oh, he was the one that just did it?
Yeah.
Oh, good for y'all. Good for y'all. All right. So how do we explain Earth 2 in 2 minutes? So there's so many different aspects of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can. Yeah, 2 minutes would not give it justice. I guess the short version is just open world metaverse game where you could be able to buy tiles, a machine building where you could use the essence and to get more jewels to increase the property, so you can get more essence and jewels, and it's not including the resources. But no, we can't buy the token yet. You just have to buy the tiles.
Okay, I think I've got it. What Earth 2 is such an amazing concept that no less than 5 other companies tried to fake copy it because it was so amazing. So it was the first. It's the one with the solid team that is building it out. There's never been anything in my mind that has given me any fear that it's not going to do exactly what they said. And what they said was, you're going to be able to make money with Earth 2.
Yeah.
And so far, I've made quite a bit. Now, I may have turned around and put it right back into Earth 2, but I'm just hoping for... Yeah, I'm looking forward to the long run when everything is up and running. And a year is not a long time to wait. All right, 2 years is not a long time to wait. I'm eternally patient, but I don't think we're going to have to wait much longer to see what we envisioned last year in December when we got into this.
Yeah. If you want more information on Earth 2, you can go to my YouTube channel, Arya Realty. I talk all about Earth 2.
Link down below. Link down below.
It's a 1-to-1 scale of the Earth virtually, where you can buy real estate. So it's pretty much a land grab, just like it was in, I don't know, the U.S. back in 1700 or something like that. So it's gonna be a giant MMO. We'll see what happens. I'm extremely excited for it. So,
Arya, do you find that Ubering helps your Earth 2 pitch? Because I find myself like I start out with like how your guys' crypto investments doing, and whether or not they have any. Then I like lead into veve and Omi, and then I finish it up with well, I happen to be invested in this metaverse project called Earth 2. And I'm the king.
I haven't brought it up, but I should. It's like I have virtual real estate that's real estate that's not real. So
no, you know what? I got the best tips from just having great conversations about crypto and veve and Earth 2 with people. Like there was one Friday night where it was nothing but $20 tips. Here. I mean, the whole 13 hours, and I had made like, I don't know what, $700 or more, just driving Uber.
Yeah.
So I had the privilege of having Andre Jick on my channel the other day. He's a YouTuber guy, finance. He knows magic tricks also, and I had mentioned Earth 2. I had 600 something people on here. It was the most I've ever had. And I had the chance to mention that to him when he was talking about how'd you get the money for this trophy Kangaskhan. I was like, well, I put this money bunch into Earth 2, which I made a lot of money of, but a bunch of money into this, made a lot of money of. So I thought that was really good. That was like my attempt at trying to go and support, like brag about Earth 2 to bigger YouTubers. Have you guys had that opportunity? Like, who's like the biggest person you've talked to about that?
You, bro.
I'm gonna have to say, yeah.
It could be someone that's just like, yeah, like on my own like lawyer company or whatever, and have them like millionaires or whatever.
I don't think anybody as big as Andre. I didn't know you had Andre Trick on your channel. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was it was so he only came for like an hour and a half of it, but it was like a 7-hour stream. It was nuts. It was.
You did a 7-hour stream?
I didn't intend to, but yeah. Yeah, it's a Chavez podcast number 35. with Andre Jick and Foster Hilton and other friends.
That's awesome.
Wow.
So it was, yeah, dude, it was nuts.
I like to have Graham stuff, and I like his channel. He's a good guy.
Yeah, well, here's the thing though, like Graham 7 is a titan in his industry, in his field of real estate, and just can run circles around probably most anyone. But if you watch his investing videos, a lot of his money's like in the S&P 500. So like the video, it's just it's not in anything that's. And I get it, if you already have millions, you want to protect it, you don't want to go crazy. But for you guys, if that were to happen, and suddenly, you have millions of dollars next year, are you going to keep it all in Earth 2? Are you going to slowly diversify? Like, hey, maybe I should take 5% out. Maybe I should take 10 or 20% out.
My plan, I don't know if you heard me talk about the compound, but my plan has always been to create a compound that I can move all my family into bungalows all around the giant center building where there's a virtual reality arena, the studio, everything. It's going to just be decked out. So
I would say
that's what I'm going to do.
Come to Florida. Do it in Florida. We'll do that.
I thought once La Palma volcano explodes, you guys are going to be underwater in Florida.
Is that how far away is that volcano? Is that in Florida? That volcano? I don't know.
No, it's in the Canary Islands. But if they're saying if the landslide that happens from the volcano will cause a tidal wave 1,000 feet in the air, and it'll take out like 60 miles inland of the entire East Coast.
Damn. So, all right, we got to heavily insure our houses.
We'll hop in my Tesla Roadster and speed up.
Right. And you might want to buy like a fully enclosed metal sphere that, when the water comes, you can just float to safety.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so I guess just heavily insure the homes and hope that I am in no way a climate change denier or anything, because obviously the Earth, regardless of if humans are on Earth or not, the Earth is going to be really old and it's really weird, and it's gone through ice ages and stuff before humans. But there is this one person I met him in I was on karaoke night in the military, so I was pretty drunk, and I was but he says oh, listen, I work for weather or something, and he's all of Florida will be underwater by 2018, and it was 2013 at the time. I was I feel that's not gonna happen. I feel that I wish I could find this guy. I wish I could, but
yeah, no, honestly, the only way to do it is to live your life, because ever since I was a teenager, there was always something to be scared of, and none of it's really ever happened. So, other than Bush getting elected. So anyhow, but yeah.
Yeah, I've had stuff like that. So question for Arya, and Brendan Z's really cool. He means no disrespect on this, but what is the dislike ratio on Arya's vids? Why is it
like that?
Well, all right. So why it's like that is because Arya's been at the forefront, at the war front of this, trying to be able to go and say hey, guess what? Earth 2 is a really cool way where you can make money. It's really fun. It's a good community. And then all these people that are crying scam just use him in all the videos, and sometimes of me, but mostly.
See, and I thought it was just because Arya doesn't know acronyms really well.
I YouTube virtual real estate, which can be controversial to some people. So some other bigger channels, 100 times my size, saying virtual real estate, NFTs, and crypto is all a scam. So they come to my channel and be like, crypto's a scam, Bitcoin's a scam. I'm what do you say to that?
Speaking of those guys,
that's my dislikes.
So speaking of those people, and it's I think part of the reasons, or one of the big things is okay, look at all the people that have already cashed out, that have already made tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. But the big thing was, I made a video on it where there was land in America, certain different parts, it wasn't just one part, that in virtual reality was more expensive than the actual land, in America.
Yeah.
And I was well, makes sense. Virtual reality, there's no plumbing. There's nothing that you have to do to see if there's, get sewage or whatever. Oh.
Here's the thing: is we're going to be sitting here after we've made all of the big promised money with Earth 2, and we're going to be like, see, it wasn't a scam, and they're going to be like, yeah, but you made that money on the backs of all these bag holders. It'll never end. It will never
I'll
end.
never win ever.
Yeah.
I'll go from like $1,000 to like 10 million and be like, nope,
Yeah.
I still don't win.
All these bag holders, like, what's the stock market? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Crypto at
Your real
large.
estate in the real world, nope.
Yeah, no, I'm just taking back my money that I lost in the stock market from those guys that manipulated the crap out of it. So, yeah, it's my turn. I got the white beard now.
Whose beard is more epic, Tech Ops or Shane?
I think they said before it was Tech Ops. Like, Tech Ops needs to teach Shane a thing or two about it.
I'm telling you, you have to take care of these things, or I wake up in the morning. This does not look good. It looks even worse than Shane's looked.
You ever see him on that interview, or when he came in live? He's all fixing his hair and stuff like that.
Dude, he's a treasure, man. I love him.
Yep.
I don't know. Is it carbon friendly, the Earth 2 game? Like all the stuff that they're doing? Or is it carbon neutral? Or is it at least close?
Arya, didn't they mention something within the last couple of days about they were going for an eco-friendly?
Yeah, I think they said that. You're right.
Dude, if they're on Immutable X, that'd be great.
Yeah. And I'm sure we'll find out more info when they announce the partnership, and we can get harassed then for,
What do you think the PS stands for? He's always hashtagging PS.
Postscript. Oh, PS, we've got a great partnership coming.
Yeah. I was like, maybe Polygon. That's a big crypto. I don't know.
I don't see any S's in Polygon.
Polygon Studios.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. That'd be good. Tech Ops is stylish, apparently.
Thanks, teleporter.
You're
not too bad yourself.
Captain Birdseye, 100%. I am not my brain's derping right now. Captain Birdseye. I don't know what that. My brain just. I don't know what Captain Birdseye is in reference to.
Jameson Covfefe.
Covfefe.
That was my favorite hashtag back when it happened at Twitter. I'm like, oh, I want a tattoo of that.
It'll be in the future optical computing. I don't even know what that would be. I know quantum computing is supposedly has the potential to be a really big thing. I never really invested in anything of that though. So, I don't even know what the optical computing is. Oh, P.S. Polka Starter? Like Polkadot, but Polka Starter? I don't know if that has anything.
Well, if Polka Starter is a global well-known chain, then maybe, but I haven't heard of it, so probably not.
Oh, I guess the carbon friendly was not a question. It's just like there's no pollution on Earth 2. That's what he meant.
I have a feeling there's going to be, I don't know, is digital pollution a thing? Because we have coal, we have oil. Those are our primary resources to start out with.
That's a good point. A lot of pollution there.
It's going to be a lot of development and evolution before we get to making silicon and nuclear and whatnot in the game, for sure.
So for those that missed it, we kind of had a little bit of a conversation before about the price of Essence. So we just got like a penny, give or take, to start. Or we don't know, but whatever it is, we're probably going to buy. We're probably going to.
No idea what it's going to start at. I say 2 cents, and then if it follows the track of any other like play to earn company in this space, it's going to go at least 15,000% from the start of the launch. It's going to be that or more. Decentraland absolutely exploded. Sandbox absolutely exploded. Victoria VR absolutely exploded. So
that would be $1.50 if it goes 15,000. I think $1.50, and if it starts at 1 cent, it goes 50,000%. So you guys are millionaires, like right off the bat.
Yeah,
instantly
right off the bat.
And it's okay. And I fully, again, we can go over this again. I fully expect everybody to, those people that liquidate, they're going to liquidate it. I hope that, I almost don't think it'll start at a penny. It may start less than that. And if it does, and I hope it does, I'm just going to buy so much of it that we won't even need to have our tiles. This will give us the millions of dollars we've been looking for.
Yeah.
So I had a total of 2 egg rolls the last like 20 hours. I am quite hungry. I don't know what you guys. I know Tech Ops has you have the drone video game thing that you got to get to.
Yep. Yep.
So, any final thoughts and any comments that you're thinking of that you want to give to the community before we do this again at some point?
Oh, I was just gonna say my final thoughts is we have to do this again. And
yes,
after the holidays, I've got fairly big ideas that I want you guys involved with. That we'll get it all going. This is going to be good. This is nothing but a train with no brakes from here on out.
Woot woot. All right, so we'll try to do it maybe once, give or take, over the holidays. But then afterwards, we'll try to make this a really, really regular thing, because I think we're in a really unique position where we have the times where we're all pretty retired, and we have the time, we have the experience, we have the knowledge, of the money, and I think we could be like 3 Musketeers. And
we could start like a new YouTube channel or keep it here. I don't know.
Well, me and Tech Ops were thinking like doing YouTube and a new Twitch channel, but the new Twitch channel we would have to do like every day, and we'd have to stream a lot each day. But I think after a while you could be able to do both YouTube and Twitch at the same time, I think.
Right. Yeah. Once you hit affiliate status, then, you don't have to do it so often unless you want to hit partner status. And, depending on the type of viewership that we could get on Twitch might be the way to go. Start getting ad money, all kinds of negotiating power.
So that's the other thing. What was the max amount of people that you guys ever had on Twitch watching you at once? Was it like 100 something?
Yeah, I think we made it up to at least 120. There may have been one day that it was even up like maybe 150, but that was like one of the big news days or whatnot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm just trying to think of. Again, do best of both worlds. Probably do both, but yeah, Twitch. I feel like a lot of people have been telling me to make a Twitch as well, for that. So I will go and we'll try to do both. All right, guys. I love you all. Everyone, say bye-bye to Dashi.
Bye, Dashi.
Ending the
broadcast. I want to know about her too. Follow my channel, guys.
Thank you all for the super chats. Y'all are the bays. I love you. Right. And we're